Tesla, tax avoidance, HMRC, liar, where you're going to put your pipes, and more. All questions have been asked, so I'm going to try and answer some of the questions in this video. In today's video, we're going to see what we can install or what we can fit in the Tesla, and we're going to see how I can use that as a van. I am mainly going to use the Tesla for working out of whenever possible. I still have my trusty old Transit, so for any jobs where I need ladders and stuff like that, I'll obviously use the van, but I'm going to try as much as possible to use the Tesla, mainly because the emissions from the van, they're just horrendous, to be honest. And a new van is about the 70 or 80,000 pound for an electric van. I just can't afford that. This car, it's full right down in first year because it's an electric car, and it's also 0% benefit in kind, so it's very, very tax efficient to use this car. So one of the questions is, can you fit a full 3 metre length of pipe inside and a boiler? So that's what I'm going to do. We'll have a look. We'll try and fit a length of pipe in, and we'll also try and fit a boiler in. We'll see if it fits. I'll just go onto the app and just open the front of the car, and if we have a look in here, we can see I've just got a dust sheet on top, but all my power tools will fit in the front of the car. I've even got my drain hose in here as well. I've got my little Wiesmann service kit as well. A lot of the things that I don't use all the time, they can just be put in the front here. Bearing in mind, these will not be left in the van, in the car overnight. As you can see from that, there's a lot of space in the front. Please add some comments below if you can, and I'll try my best to answer any of the questions that you've got. I will treat this as it's our Tesla. So as I say, if there's all you need to know, if you want me to try and fit something in or whatever, I'll try my best, as long as it's not breaking the law. I'm not going to start racing down streets at 100 mile an hour and things like that. So yeah, as we can see, the front, lots and lots of space. All my power tools fits in nice and easily, to be honest. Put a dish sheet over the top, so if it's bouncing about, it doesn't damage the front of the boot lid, front lid. I don't know what to call it really. So yeah, let's have a look now. We'll have a look in the back, and we'll start putting some stuff in the back as well. There's quite a lot of space in the back here, and there's also a little well underneath, but we'll have a look at that. We'll have a look at that shortly. But for now, we'll just see if we can put the pipes in. So we'll just answer that question about the length of the pipe. Just put the seats down here. So first of all, I'm going to try with a length of waste pipe. And as you can see here, it goes in no problem at all. And then what we'll do as well, we'll also try, you just see there, it's a little bit tight there. We'll put some copper in as well. Quite a lot of copper in, waste pipe, fits in. No issues at all, really. Loads of space left at back as well. I've also put the seat back up, so we've still got 3 seats in the car if needed. As you can see, seats back up. So as we can see, the pipes fit in no problem at all. I'm not going to use it like that, so before everybody starts going no, I'm not going to use it like that. What I'll do is, if I'm doing boiler swaps, I'll cut the pipes in half, and I'll do it that way, but we'll see. Now what we'll do, we'll try it with a boiler in. So I've got all my tools in the front, so all my power tools, pipe works in, and then we'll try it with the boiler now, and then what we'll do, we'll see what else we can fit in as well. So we're just going to put the boiler in the back here. So this is an Ideal Logic combi boiler, and as you can see, it is quite a smallish boiler, but it does fit in really well. There are other boilers available before anybody starts saying about Ideal. So even with the boiler in, if you push the boiler forward, you can see you've still got almost all the boot left. So we've still got lots and lots of space. And now we can lift the bottom up in here. And if we have a look under here, we can see how much more space we've got. It's surprising how much space there is in this car. So far, I've got most of the stuff in. I've got a lot of stuff in. But what we'll do now, as I say, we'll lift this bottom flap up, take all stuff out at bottom, and I'm probably going to put my blue box in there. But I'll show you with the Monument tool bag in first. The Monument tool bag is quite big, so I'll just show you with that in there. So even with the Monument bag in, you can still see there's still space in there. But what I'll do now, we'll try it with the blue gasboard, ex-gasboard toolbox in there as well. So we'll just lift the blue toolbox in here, and when we lift it in, we can see there's loads and loads of space. So I'm just going to put my Makita socket set in there as well, and there's still loads of space at the side. Could still fit more stuff in there. So I'll just put the cover back on, so we can see there clearly we've got lots and lots of space. We've also got us hop up in, and then the Monument bag on top, bearing in mind there's all the stuff underneath as well. So as you can see, there's lots and lots of space. So as a service car, I don't see an issue. I think it'll be brilliant. As a vehicle for installing boilers, I don't think it's not going to be as good for that. But I am going to install my next boiler out of it, and I'm going to see if I could manage with the car all the time. But yeah, we'll see. I'll try and do a video on that as well. What I'll do now is I'll just show you how I've just cut some pipes down, and I'll show you how I'm going to do the pipes in the car. And then what I'll do, I'll go to the video that I did previously, and I'll try and go through some of the questions on that video and try and answer as many questions as I can. So I've just cut a pipe down there, so that's a 6-inch pipe, and then that goes through into there. When it's not in use, I can just lift this out, and I can just lift the seat back up, and then when I need it, obviously I can just put it back in. There's quite a lot of these questions, so I'll try and answer as many as possible. If you've got any questions, please ask them below in this video. I'll also add my referral code on, so if anybody were looking at getting one of these cars, then yeah, please, if you wanted to use my referral code, we can both get some extra miles. Not that I'm really bothered, but it's there if you want it. So these questions, first one's from Chris. He says standard wheels, and he put us a face on, but yeah, I like the wheels, to be honest. I actually like them wheel covers, and I know that I can take them off and I can put caps on, and I can have alloys underneath, but I actually like them. Looks great. Interested in range. I don't know about range yet, so we'll find out about the range later. Can't see it working out as a plumber's van. Well, we'll see. You know, we'll see. I've got it as it's going through my business as a car, and also so I can use it commercially as well. So everything's legit with that tax wise, and insurance. It's all insured correctly. Great idea, Alan. Why not, mate? Let us know your thoughts. He's like, yeah, I'll do that. Dash looks boring. How do you carry copper pipes? Well, obviously in this video I've shown the copper pipe scenario. Dash looks boring. If I'm honest, when I first looked at the Tesla Model 3, I thought it just looked like a golf buggy, a fast golf buggy with an iPad on it. So I totally agree with Stuart about that. It does look boring, and a Model S, etc. would have been better, but unfortunately they're just out of my budget. The other thing as well about the Model 3, it's smaller, so it'll be better for parking and things like that as well. Ben asked, didn't you fancy a Model Y or a Cybertruck? Both would be much better as a van. And yeah, you're probably right. The thing is, they're not available at the minute, so neither of them are really a choice. And I wanted to do something now, so I wanted an electric vehicle. To be honest with you, I wanted to try and cut down my carbon footprint, if you like, and that's genuinely what I wanted to do. I've used my car for a while for servicing, so, and I've not really claimed that against my tax and stuff because it's just too much hassle, you know, company car tax and stuff like that. But obviously now, because of the new tax laws, it's worth it to put it through business, and genuinely it should be a genuine expense anyway, because that's what I use it for. Reduce your carbon footprint by not installing boilers. That's a good point, and that's something that we're going to be moving on to shortly, so watch this space for that. In case of a flat battery, you can use power tools to extend your battery life. I'm not sure that I'm going to try that one, unfortunately. Tesla, 71% efficient, 26% for internal combustion cars. So that's from John Burns. Just be aware, Tesla can disable any software. I'm not sure why Tesla would disable any software. I'm not going to be doing anything that I shouldn't be doing. It was a lie. You clearly earn money lying to people. It's not a joke. It's just you buying a car. No, genuinely, it is what I've said. You know, I had my own car and I've used that for the business and not claimed it. So, you know, genuinely, I should have claimed that, but I just couldn't be bothered. But a Tesla Model 3 is 100% tax deductible through a business and as a car. So genuinely, there's no dodgy about it. I can use it as a car, but I actually am going to use it to do some work out of as well. I'll also use it for dropping my kids off at school and things like that, and I use it as a car for me personally if I want to use it, you know, because I'm allowed to do that. That's what the tax laws allow us to do with these cars. Somebody's just sold their transit van, so it could be an alternative. I don't think it's going to be an alternative for a transit van, to be honest. But if you're getting old like me and you just want something for plodding around and servicing and things like that, then it might be suitable for you. Tesla van, that's one way to make it tax deductible. And as I've said already in this video, it is tax deductible as a car. So there's no problem with that. HMRC are going to see straight through this. Careful, Alan. Again, there's no problems with HMRC. This is fully tax deductible. Didn't realise Tesla have so much storage. No, I didn't either. There's lots and lots of space in them. So that's a Tesla Model 3. that I'm going to be using as a plumber's van, if you like. As I say, if you've got any questions, please ask them below, and thanks for watching.